Hi everyone, if you have part 2 test coming up, this video is for you. So in part 2 test, you go in a test center, examiner will come out who does part 2 and part 3. They will check your ID stuff, normal process. She comes in a car, sit down with you, show me, tell me questions, etc. Now, of course, she will ask you to move. So I will try to discuss the most common mistake and most important part which required. So examiner will mention you that they do expect you to very high level of driving as this advanced driving skill test. So of course moving off is one of the things. Not many people fail for moving off, but some people do. So make sure 6-point check. Start from here. Look at my right hand goes opposite and make sure nobody nearby my car walking towards me there. So whenever we stopping on the road, examiner will ask you to pull up in a left 2, 3, 4 times, maybe once in a right as well for some kind of maneuver. Make sure before you move off, you must do 6-point check. Pretty simple. Junctions, you guys all know how to do junctions. You guys must know how to do roundabouts. If you have any question, you can ask me. Mini roundabout is very simple process as well. Now, one of the common mistakes which create confusion in people, in PDIs who have part 2 test, applying indicator. So remember, indicator is the one you need to apply only when someone get benefit out of it. For example, if I'm moving off from this car park, if I don't see anybody around me, I am not going to indicate. No one going to get benefit out of this indicator. So be aware of surrounding to make sure do you need to apply indicator or not. When examiner is stopping you to the left few times, so moving off on the side of the road, no one behind us, no one around your car to get benefit out of indicator, do not apply indicator. One wrong indicator means one mistake. One time right blind, if you missed or left, whatever, one mistake. So you're allowed to make only 6 mistakes. So don't give away your mistakes. Do these few things to make sure these mistakes are controllable, and if you have a good awareness and if you focus, you will not make these mistakes. You must apply indicator on the junctions. However, some of the junctions, especially on a traffic light, they have their own designated left lane or right lane. When you are there, you do not need to apply indicator. Doing the parking stuff, no indicator required. Either lane changing, if nobody behind us, no need to indicate. Overtaking, no one get benefit out of it, don't indicate. So remember, do not get confused with the indicator, please. And one of the most common mistake happen, it is kind of silly mistake. When you overtaking or when you lane changing and there's people behind it and you coming back, yes, you need to apply indicator. But what PDIs don't understand, there's a junction in our left and we apply left indicator. Obviously we have checked the mirror, which I'm going to talk about. But there's somebody waiting in that junction to come out. It's a straight fail. So be very, very careful. Apply indicator afterward, or don't apply indicator. Show your positioning, speed up, control your speed, adjust your speed. So if the road is automatically emerging to the left, then no need to indicate at all. Why would you indicate? So please remember this. Now let's talk about mirror check. Any action you take, you please make sure you check mirrors. So for example, if you're going left, center left mirror. You're going right, center right mirror. Change of speed, change of gear, slow down, moving up faster, check your mirrors. Overtaking, check your mirrors. So two-liner, change of speed, change of direction, you must check your mirrors well before. Use it. Don't do things dangerously. As I said to you, normal junction and everything should be fine as you have experienced driver. Sometime because you are experienced driver, you have a misunderstanding that approaching to a junction, it has to be very fast. No, it has to be controlled. Has to be controlled and wise. So make sure you know about giveaway marking, you know about unmarked junction, and you should know and be aware of is stop junction as well. There's stop sign and there's a pentagon kind of sign says stop. Stop says on the road. You must pause the car for 1 second, look around, make sure your car is still, look, make yourself move. Any closed junction, make sure you creep out, look around, make sure yourself visible, then you go from there. These are quite simple things, but mirror check important, 6-point check, blind spot, obviously everything is important, very important. Indicator, don't lose your points on it. Now what next? When you're approaching to roundabout, and roundabout is a little wider, if you slow down, very, very slow down, and you're looking like this, and then you're moving, it is undue hesitation in advanced driving. So make sure you look, you approach possible gate 2, big roundabout. Yes, you can do gate 3 as well, nobody there, get out of there. When you're dealing with traffic control roundabout, mostly they are spiral. Doesn't matter what exit you're taking, you need to approach in a right lane, and that lane gonna take you out. So do not apply any indicator even you are turning right. It's spiral roundabout I'm talking about, which is controlled by traffic light. On a traffic control roundabout, no indicator required. It will class you mistake. On a motorway, timing of apply indicator. So when you're joining the motorway, so as soon as you see you can see the car on the motorway through slip road, these are fences. The time fences is finishing, you must apply indicator with the mirror, and of course you're going to speed up and join safely. When in joining the motorway, if you're joining behind the car, please, this is the most common mistake people do in motorway, they don't sustain the 2-second rule. So those 2 seconds needs to be in a good condition like today, front of the car and also back of the car. If you're squeezing yourself in between 2 cars, it has to be 2 seconds from either side of it. In a motorway, second biggest mistake people do, PDIs do, they undertake. Undertake means there's a 3 lanes, you're a left lane, the middle lane, the driver driving 50 miles per hour, and you speed up to 70 miles per hour or 65 or 55 miles per hour, and you undertake it. Don't do it. It's a serious mistake, and of course you can get 3 points as well if you're not in a test, of course, if police catch you. So make sure you do not undertake. It's a danger action, so don't take it. So make sure you, when you get to motorway, be aware of what's happening ahead of you, forward planning, try to progress yourself well, come to middle lane to overtake the people in your left, and then come to further right if you need to, and then you come back and then come back. My recommendation always is around 1 mile left from the motorway to take an exit. Just queue up yourself, but remember, when you're queuing up, do not undertake anybody. If your lane becomes slip road, then no indicator required. And if you are on a motorway taking a slip road, which is separate, then look for a marker sign. When you see 3 white marking with a blue background, this is the time you must check your center left mirror, apply indicator, right? It's nearly 300 yards from your exit, so you must do this. So on a motorway, recap, joining the motorway, timing of indicator has to be spot on, quick, nice and early. In a motorway, no undertaking. When you lane changing, remember 2 seconds rule. In a good situation like this, raining or icy, obviously is 4 second double or 10 time. Please remember this rule. This is the most common mistake people do. And applying indicator when you see the 3 markers to come out from the motorway, and if your lane become exit lane, no indicator required. So whenever you come off from the motorway, is always you will have possibly roundabout or mega traffic light. Just remember, what if you're following independent driving TomTom, just see what has you been asked to do, whether you're turning further right or left. So make a good early positioning. Now when you're following the normal, when you're dealing with the junction, so 7 to 8 car length, you must apply indicators. But when you are coming off from motorway, and of course you need to line up yourself to take a right or left turn, whatever, then again 10-12 car length, apply indicator, because you are on slip road, speed is very fast, so you will approach there quick and fast. So be very careful with this. Any maneuvers you do, so maneuvers is one of the things you can really control and practice a lot, not to make any mistake. So all maneuvers should be done with a full observation and one go. One go means if I'm doing parallel parking, obviously I'm going to stop next to the parked car, I will do my observation, which is 360 degree, and I start reversing. When I'm reversing, make sure I don't do any dry steering. Dry steering means my car is still like this, I should not be rotating my steering wheel. So we do no dry steering. Reverse parking or any parking we're doing, and no dry steering, and we need to finish one go. One go finish means once we have a reference point, we start reversing and we finish in one go perfectly and stop there. What we do as experienced driver, once we doing the reverse parallel, for example, then we always go to gear 1 and we move forward. Don't do this, is the one mistake. So parking has to finish one go, job done. So parking is one of the things you can control mistake not to be happen through your practicing by yourself. A lot of practicing. Don't forget your observation. No indicator required when you're doing this parking. Emergency brake, of course, nice and firm. Look around, all around after emergency brake. While you're emergency braking, you don't need to look anywhere. Stop the car fully, look around after stopping. Obviously handbrake up as well. He will, at the time he was doing it, examiner says okay, once you're ready, move off. Then of course the handbrake off and look around and off you go. Again, no indicator required. Before you move off, you do need to check 6-point before you move off from after emergency braking. So this is a very brief highlights. If there anything you or anyone is struggling with part 2 and have a question, please feel free to drop me a message, and I will be happily helping you. So I will be doing full test route, whether it's Cheetham Hill Test Center or Sale Test Center, to demonstrate how to drive in a test route. But maybe I'm going to pass on my demo drive, or maybe I'm not, I don't know. So we'll see. So I wish you all the best, you guys, and be good, be calm, just drive the way you guys drive. Just remember these few points, the one I mentioned. So all the best.